Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers as concerns their second game into the NBA restart. With a loss, unfortunately, that the Lakers suffered against the Toronto Raptors. It was one of those type of games that was just a disappointing loss and disappointing performance all around when it comes to the Lakers, and it all has to do with shooting and just not a lot of good teamwork out there tonight. And I just want to get right into it, and let's just get right into it. Let's get started. So guys, you can tell by the intro that I'm a little bit disappointed of how the Lakers played tonight. Shooting wise, it was a horrible performance by the Los Angeles Lakers all around. They were basically just trying to find ways to make a shot go in, but unfortunately it just wasn't the case because of a good defensive team by the Toronto Raptors. I mean, last year's champions, they really came to play when it came to the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, they did not want to, accept the fact that, they are one of those teams that are just got lucky in last year, by winning a championship because of a bad beaten or actually really injured the Golden State Warriors. And it's just one of those type of moments where they just came to play, and the Lakers just somehow did not show up whatsoever. And that all starts with our starters. Surprisingly, LeBron James, even though he went for a double-double with 20 points and 10 rebounds out there, assist-wise, he had 5. I mean, I can honestly say it was a not bad performance by LeBron James, but, he just could have, been that facilitator, been that playmaker out there, a much better job out there. But, unfortunately, it just wasn't the case. And it all has to do with Anthony Davis. He had 14 points and 3 blocks, but I can honestly say, guys, his performance overall with the Los Angeles Lakers was just not great. I mean, the only time he scored was in the second quarter, or maybe it was the third. I'm not sure. It was a real long time that we haven't seen Anthony Davis score in the second quarter. I mean, he really struggled when it came to making a basket happen, and it just wasn't his night. For him and in general for the Los Angeles Lakers, it just wasn't the case at all. And things might bounce back. I'm not saying that things will go downhill moving forward. I mean, I'm not saying that at all. It's just that when it comes to certain teams like the Toronto Raptors and the Clippers, the Bucks, those certain high level teams that are playoff / title contenders, it's these certain games that I just want the Lakers to just go out there and give 100% or maybe 110% of their playing ability out there, whether if it's shooting, defensively, just all across the board. I mean, it was one of those type of games that I just expected the Lakers to just dominate. And they kind of showed that in the third quarter, at the end of the third quarter, by just being down by 2 points. But unfortunately, when it came to the fourth quarter, it just really gotten away from them real quick. And that all has to do with the lack of shooting. And I don't want to say defense because, defensively they were there, but it just wasn't enough. And, it is what it is. I can honestly say it was just one of those type of games that, the Lakers just need to look into the film room and just see what things went wrong and just improve on it next time, because you never know. The Lakers could potentially, if somehow Giannis is fail once again, in the conference finals and just don't end up going to the finals, the Lakers have the best chance of winning if they go up against the Toronto Raptors. I mean, that's just my own personal opinion because they are not a team that I can honestly see them winning a title this year. It's mainly the Bucks, possibly the Raptors as well, but it's just one of those type of teams that I just see that they have no shot whatsoever when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. But unfortunately, they showed up, they came to play, and it is what it is. So I believe right now this season so far they are 2-1 when it comes to the matchup between the Lakers and the Raptors, and the Raptors have 2 games up on the Los Angeles Lakers. So it is just basically what it is. So let's just continue on talking about the Lakers squad. When it comes down to it, I mentioned LeBron and Anthony Davis. They did not have a so great performance out there. But when it comes to the rest of the Lakers squad, Kyle Kuzma off the bench, he was the second scorer for the Los Angeles Lakers. He had 16 points. And, I believe he went 2 of 7, maybe 3 of 7 from the 3. I mean, he showed some shooting ability from his end in the second and third quarter. But, unfortunately, it's just, or actually, no, in the first and second quarter. I misspoken. It is first and second quarter where he showed a lot of his ability that we always knew that he had in him during his rookie year and his sophomore year. I mean, he really showed up for the Lakers, when it comes to coming off the bench. And because in reality, I said this in my last video, Kyle Kuzma is 100% healthy now. I mean, the guy has been fighting through injury throughout this season since the offseason when he got injured in the USA basketball team. And since then, he just wasn't been the same, and we all witnessed that. I mean, some people were saying that because of rotation reasoning, but I can honestly say, him coming off the bench, is working in his favor this time, just being at the bubble in Orlando, Florida. So it is one of those type of moments where we just have to realize that, now Kyle Kuzma is 100% healthy, and we could just honestly see him basically tear it up when it comes to the rest of the, I believe now, 6 games that are remaining for the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward, with the NBA restart. So so far, Kyle Kuzma, he's been showing up for these past couple of games, and what we saw from him in the scrimmage game, we saw a little bit of a glimpse of him, of the old Kyle Kuzma that we once knew during his 2 years with the Los Angeles Lakers, just tearing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. So hopefully we can see more out of him, participating more when it comes from coming off the bench more often. So a solid performance for Kyle Kuzma. Dion Waiters, I believe he had 12 points out there tonight, and I believe there was another player that had similar numbers. But like always, I'll show you guys the stats of the Los Angeles Lakers so you guys can check them out and see who performed stat-wise. But those are just stats that I mainly focus on the how they got the stats out there. But like I said, the performances overall for the Los Angeles Lakers when it came to shooting, it was just lackluster. And, when it came down to it, they played defense. I'm not denying that they did not play enough defense out there, but it just wasn't enough. So it was just a solid performance defensively, but it was just not enough to stop this Toronto Raptors team. And I can honestly say, Kyle Lowry, I mean, the guy is something special when it comes to his shooting threes and just, being that tough guy that is that facilitator, playmaker, floor general that I can honestly say, if any given moment, if he is I believe he's a free agent at the end of the summer, or no, at the end of whatever free agency begins. I believe it begins in October, possibly, but it still remains to be seen about that. But, if he is a free agent, I'm not sure if he signed a re-signed with the Raptors, but I believe he is a free agent at the end of the offseason. So at any given time, if the Lakers do decide to bring him in, I mean, why not? I mean, the guy is a very talented player, and, I believe he has a lot to contribute. I know I'm talking about this real soon, and probably I'm milking it too much, but, it is just one of those type of moments where I see a talent, and the Lakers, maybe he can somehow play this well when it comes to the Los Angeles Lakers. But I'm just probably rambling because of the lack of performance and just, the Lakers basically losing. So usually I go on these certain, run-ons and not really, get into the Lakers facts, if you will. So, but overall, guys, it is what it is. So, guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos all over Facebook, Twitter, all the good social media stuff. And, guys, please give me your thoughts in the comment section down below when it came to the Los Angeles Lakers and the performance overall in general from our players. What did you think that the Lakers lacked in tonight's loss? Was it the shooting? Was it the defense? Was it all around? It was just not enough, teamwork or coordination. I mean, I don't know. If you guys have any thoughts in the comment section down below about tonight's game against the Toronto Raptors, please comment down below. Give me your thoughts about it. I do appreciate every single one of your comments when it comes down to the Lakers' performance and how they played out there. And overall, it was just a disappointing loss. We would have expected the Lakers to perform a little better with a team like the Toronto Raptors, who are the second seed in the Eastern Conference. So it's just one of those type of games that I just expected the Lakers to perform on a better level than what they did tonight. So hopefully there's more to improve. It's just a second game, loss that, well, not second game loss, but I mean the Lakers are now 1-1 in the NBA restart. They have 6 more games to come for them to have a better finish for the regular season to be done, so they can get into the playoffs. So, I mean, they're already the number 1 seed, so it's nothing to worry about. But, it would have been nice if the Lakers got a win against the Toronto Raptors at the end of the day. So, guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.